Hey, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new FUTWIZ player review. Today we're looking at the in-form Lacazette from this week's Team of the Week. I'm going to be using the ones to watch. It's exactly the same, of course, apart from this one. Got its little boost from his regular rating up to the 86. 87 pace, 87 dribbling, and 85 shooting are the main stats on this striker. Now, he is 5'9" with the high-medium work rates, right-footed with 4-star skills, but he does only have a 3-star weak foot. So moving on in, I guess most likely you're going to see this guy in either a French team or a Prem team. I've got a good example of a Premier League team right here for you. Lots of special items and lots of different variation of types of players there. However, I stuck him into the Mega Squad, gave him a little run out. So it's basically a Premier League squad with some icons thrown in there, some very high tier, top tier icons such as Hullet and Ronaldinho, and then getting linked up to that 94 De Bruyne at cam. That is of course going to lead to a lot of opportunities for a player like Lacazette. So moving on into the in-game stats, you can see what he looks like here on basic, and then one that I've thrown in there that I think could be an absolutely brilliant option would be Hawk. Pace, shooting, and physical, of course, that's going to be boosted there, because today I used the Hunter chemistry style, which heavily boosts the pace and the shooting, but I did feel that I was somewhat lacking in that strength, and noticing now that it is 80 means that with a little bit of Hawk we could have got that up to 85, and that sometimes can make all the difference when trying to hold the ball up, back to goal, that type of thing. So yeah, I used Hunter, but I might recommend that you guys go for Hawk for a slightly better option. So moving on into all of the goals that I was able to score with the Frenchman, and there were quite a lot. It was a pretty common occurrence for me to get a hat-trick when I was in the games that I was playing with him, because he's one of them players. He really does kind of like fit the meta of the game, which is great because a lot of you are always looking for players like that. And a boosted version of Lacazette definitely seems to do that for me. Now, he's not perfect. There are a few things that I don't really like about this player, and there are a lot of things I absolutely love. But we'll start with the negative first. Weak foot, only being 3-star means that, a lot of people know that he's a right-footed player with that 3-star weak foot. So he's a little bit readable sometimes. You've got to try and stay on the right foot as much as you possibly can. If you're inside the box and it's just a case of a little low-driven, past the goalkeeper, little tap-in type thing, and yeah, you'll get away with it. He's got nice high shooting stats, so the 3-star weak foot will be alright, but anything outside the box, definitely don't recommend anything on the left foot. Passing seemed a little bit meh, if I'm honest. Like a lot of the time I like my 2-striker formations, and I like my 1-2s between like Lacazette and then the other striker. And when it went the other way and Lacazette was playing through my other striker, which was Ronaldinho at the time, to try and get some goals for him, those passes went a bit wayward. So yeah, not the greatest in the passing department. It's quite a low stat on his item itself. And then finally, long shots. So I mentioned earlier about if you're outside the box, don't necessarily try and take shots on the weak foot. Actually wouldn't necessarily recommend it on the strong foot either. I would suggest getting inside that 18-yard box, because Lacazette turns into a completely different animal from that point. Now, don't get me wrong, I've scored a few goals from outside of the box, and they were pretty much from the edge, so you can get away with that, but don't go crazy with like long distance shooting, because he doesn't quite have the stats in that department, in my opinion. But moving on to the positives, there's a lot more positive than negative for a player like this, because what you'll find is that he has this slice of luck that not many players have, and you'll just find yourself getting the odd bounce, or the odd touch just goes perfectly for you, and then you're through on goal, and then all you got to do is shoot, and well, he's got great shooting. So yeah, we'll start with the first thing you notice is obviously that he's a very quick striker. He is someone that has good acceleration and sprint speed, and can pull away and stay away from those defenders. So that's important for a striker like this. And what I love most about Lacazette is his agility and balance, and that center of gravity, because he's only 5'9" and he has high stats in the agility department. He seems to be able to turn super quickly at a moment's notice, and keeping the ball close to his feet as he does it, because he's got really good dribbling, and of course you have 4-star skill moves to work with, so you can create your own space. Now if you're doing what I did, which was playing him as a right striker in a 4-1-2-1-2, the odd time that you do like a Berber spin or something inside, you're going to find yourself on the weak foot. foot, my suggestion is to just stop, turn again, turn back behind the defender, get back onto that strong foot, and then you'll be fine. Yeah, like, honestly, multiple turns slowly with a player like this, where you're not necessarily sprinting, seems to completely bamboozle the defenders, and you just get away from them, find yourself in a great opportunity to shoot, and then, yeah, Bob's your uncle, you're in, you've got an opportunity, and you're most likely going to score. My final positives here on this player are to do with the fact that he seems very well positioned. He's got good work rates and seems to always be in like right place, right time, making those key runs for me. And then it's all about his shooting. He seems so composed in front of goal when he's taking those shots. And everything to do with his shooting just, you know, works well, apart from the long shots, like I said. So the shot power's great, the finishing, the curve, the little finesses past the goalkeeper, they work really well. Volleys, I scored a fair few of them. I actually managed to somehow do a rainbow flick fail and then hit a volley from it. It was amazing, and the goal looked crazy, but it's something I've never done before with any player. But he seems to hit it well first time when the ball's in the air, so I can rely on him to shoot from all sorts of angles and stuff, which is great. So overall, I think he's a fantastic option for a Premier League striker. A nice special item that is going to do the business. Up front with another, you know, target man Prem striker would be good, like a Harry Kane or something. That would work wonders. You know, you'd have a bit of both, and I'm sure you'll end up having quite a lot of success. So there you go, guys. Inform Lacazette. What do you think? Down below in the comment section, let me know. And have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Peace.